We got Scion. We got the Scion. Wait, what do you call your own brand?
Conscious Mind Clothing.
Conscious Mind Clothing. This is the second piece I got from Conscious Mind Clothing. This is really cool because it says selfless. Very interesting and thought-provoking content right there. Very conscious clothing. If it's due at 11:59, I'll start at 11 o'clock. That way I don't procrastinate. And still somehow I manage to procrastinate.
Why does that mean?
Thank you, right? I mean, you set it to adaptive.
Should I stop distracting you?
No, you're not distracting me. I'm distracting me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if I'm not distracted enough, then I get bored. Yeah.
Oh, I recently discovered that I can read while music is playing.
Oh yeah, you didn't know you could do that?
No.
What do you mean? How did you not know you could read while music was playing?
Because like in school, I used to get so distracted during tests by the littlest noise. Like the littlest noise would be like, oh my gosh, I can't read right now.
Oh yeah.
And then the whole hour's gone by and I'm not done with the test.
Because the noise destroys the natural rhythms of the sounds that you already hear, and it breaks the rhythm. So I think it's a musical thing. When you hear like something offbeat, it takes you off and it takes your concentration away. Music is rhythmic. That's why you don't get distracted when you're reading by it. I think that's what it is, because I'm the same way.
Looks beautiful.
I know. So this is Schenectady, and this is I'm about to show y'all Schenectady and like the weirdness of it and like the duality, because this is like, I want to see your typical American town, because I feel like I've been to enough American places to kind of get the gist of what's going on, right? So right now I just came from like one of the more affluent places in Schenectady. It's called the Stockade Inn. This is kind of part of the Stockade. This is called Union Street. You have a very prestigious private university that's coming right up, and you'll see. If you look at all the buildings, they look pretty archaic. They look old. They look like they were there for a while. They're bricks. You don't really see a lot of brick housing anymore. You maybe see more wood and like, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, I guess newer developments, but in the past they used to build with bricks. And these buildings on the inside are actually renovated, but the outside is kept the same, right? To maintain that look. It's an architecture thing. It's people who enjoy like old architecture. Look at this house right here to the right. Yeah, look at the vineyards. Wow. You see what I mean? If you look over on the left here behind us, you can see like a house that's being constructed or refurbished, even though it's like gonna maintain its old design. And then here you have Union College. You see they have the shrubbery on the edge of it. It's a very beautiful college, extremely expensive. I think like $60,000 a year minimum. You know, you have to make a decent amount of money to go to Union College, or get some type of grant or donation or like scholarship or whatever. But yeah, this is a school that I went and tried out for D3 basketball, and it was pretty cool. I didn't make it, obviously, as you can tell. I'm making a video, but here's more Union Street. Beautiful neighborhood. I want to say predominantly white, because literally if you just drive around here, you'll mainly see like, you know, people who are not my color. And then yeah, what was that? Why did we start this conversation? Because we were saying
you wanted to show Schenectady, like the architecture.
I wanted to explain that there's a lot of community activities in like towns like this, right? A lot of community things that do to foster community and to foster connections. However, sometimes a lot of the advertisement for those things are limited to neighborhoods such as this neighborhood, right? Like you'll see posters and flyers on different business properties and this and the third. You could say it's because technically they're also responsible for organizing it. Because they live in these areas, they're able to advertise the things that are happening in their area, right? If I drive up a little bit more, like maybe for like 2-3 more minutes, and I'm gonna take a right, I'm gonna be on State Street and Albany Street. That's more around where I live. And State Street and Albany Street are very different from these two streets, and you will see why in just a second. You can pause. Yeah.
The houses. Wow, this is the first time I'm actually paying attention to the houses.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
I used to cycle a lot, like especially like my last 2 summers. I didn't have a car. I wasn't driving. Like I had a license, but like I didn't have like access to a car all the time. So I would cycle a lot. When you cycle, you're going a lot slower. You have to look at things, and I would just observe like the architecture. But then I would also go on I went to Washington D.C. one summer, and we went on tours, even in New York City, and they explained to you the architecture of the things that are around you. And a lot of people, like my bigger cousin, his name is Alex as well. He loves history. So he'll do this to me. I mean, and I wouldn't be upset at it, but he would do this to me while we were driving. But it's like I barely know you. I just moved to America. Like, you know, what are you on? But he was just really into architecture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and history. So here is mother friggin'. Oh wow, I shouldn't be. No, I didn't cuss though, right? That doesn't count.
No, you didn't curse.
This street is called. I forgot what this street is called. I think this is Broadway. I forgot what it's called. But this is basically like, so we're in a very suburban area right now, quote unquote very suburban. This is now getting a bit less, a little less predominantly white and a little bit more predominantly Guyanese. There's a large population of Guyanese folk here, and Guyana is like, I want to say it counts as Caribbean, but it's in South America. And it's a country that is mainly comprised of indentured slaves from India, from Ireland, from like a lot of different places. Africans also ended up being there, and obviously there's native Guyanese people. So it's a very diverse country, and a lot of them actually moved to New York a whole bunch of years ago. And then there was a mayor of Schenectady who wanted to get more people buying property up here and renovating it. And a lot of Guyanese were involved in the trades because they had just arrived. And you know, it's hard to find work as an immigrant when you just arrive, but trades usually, you know, are needed every day. So when the governor would offer them deals like $1 down deals, and they would be able to have a property and be able to refurbish it. It caused a lot of, yeah, you can record the rest of this. It caused a lot of problems in the freaking with the politics up here, because a lot of the people who already live in Schenectady were like, why are we not getting these deals? Some of the especially the population that looked a little bit, you know, more like that guy's pants, they felt like, you know, shouldn't we be getting these deals? Shouldn't we be refurbishing homes? I think that they were actually allowed to, but maybe they didn't take as much advantage of it. And I'm about to show y'all kind of why. So this is State Street. It's, if you just look at it a little bit more, there's not as much nature as we were just at on Union Street. There is not as much peace. It's a lot of things going on. You have a lot of traffic lights. It's basically this is like the inner city, right? You have an ambulance like service on this street. You have a lot of chaos going on here, and it's literally just one street away from the other peaceful street. Yeah, and unfortunately, this is also like where a lot of people kind of commute. But you'll also see a lot of like the homeless population at the bus stops here. You'll also see a lot of like, I guess, I don't know, a lot of weird random activity. Yeah. I feel like I don't understand why it doesn't get renovated as much as over there, or like why a lot of things are maintained. You could argue that it's because it's not, you know, predominantly white people, or you could literally just admit that, you know, most people who are in charge of these things, the municipalities, don't care about them in the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know. But as you can see, it shows in how it looks. You know what I mean? If you go to the McDonald's on Union Street and McDonald's on State Street, you're gonna know the difference. Yo,
yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll keep this.
I don't need no fancy car. The guitar is it's dead. I need to tune up.
Dead? Oh, it needs to tune up. Would you ever decorate your guitar, or do you like it like that?
I like it bare, but I've seen some decorated guitars, and I'm like kind of jealous.
Yeah.
But like I think that like I need to do it when I get a little more guitars.
Can I interview you real quick?
Yeah.
What got you into music?
Damn, I love being interviewed. Actually, I'm ready to respond, because I'd be pretending like I get interviewed by myself.
Yeah.
Honestly, and again, I'm a Christian atheist, right? But it was God.
Oh wow.
At least I like to say that, right? But you know when you just know something is like something you enjoy. Like my dad played a lot of music in the car, like radio. He had mad CDs. I don't know. Everywhere I went, the thing that always drew my attention was music. And now that I'm getting older, it's like getting worse, quote unquote, because like all I want to do is music. So I feel like it's an innate passion. So yeah, you said what got me into it?
Yeah. So your dad?
I would say like my formative years of listening to like music in the car, in car rides with my family. Congolese love music, man. Percussion, drums. We're always playing it. It's always there. I've never not had music, so nothing got me into it. Being born got me into music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know if I have any other questions.
Okay.
Tell us about your life. I don't know. My fan base, I don't know if they know you. They do know you.
Yeah, they're getting to know me, right?
Yeah.
My life is insane, honestly. It's a movie, that's what I like to say. There's a lot of things I don't talk about necessarily because, you know, how people might perceive me and, like, you know, the politics behind a lot of certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I share them every now and then to the people who are listening, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot. I'm an international student right now. I was born in Zimbabwe. I grew up in Botswana. I'm from the Congo originally, which I've been to a few times, and you know, my best experience there, my longest was I was 15. I spent like the month of December there, but I went twice that year. It was really cool. I loved it, even though it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then finished high school when I was 15. Around like the age of 16, 17, I picked up mad hobbies, skateboarding, playing guitar. I just went on this learning like thing because, you know, 15 years of learning what everybody else wants you to learn. You probably kind of have the skills to learn what you want to learn, you know. So I started self-teaching guitar, skateboarding, fitness, lifting, calisthenics, anything I could get my hands on, drawing, art, creativity, and now I'm a creative.
Yeah. Would you mind, like, if we did a art class together? Like, if I did one with you, because I want to teach art.
You want to teach me how to make your art?
Yeah.
I would love to, actually, yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I would love to.
We should do that as an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Ha, we win, you lost, easy. Matcha, green tea, Soho, baby. Holla, my line, sometimes for free.